Good morning, this is Phil Grist, the Raw Builder. The other day I did you a video of me unpacking this new Blendtec that I've got. It's a Blendtec 725. So I'm going to turn it on. I've never used it before, so I just thought we could journey through this together. So something that's nice and easy for me to make and something great for you guys to learn is I'm going to make almond milk. Because it's a really simple thing to learn and it will help me understand this machine. So I've been using the Vitamix for the last 12 years. And actually the Vitamix is a great machine. I've always wanted to use one of these. So I spoke to the guys at Blendtec and I've got one to trial, so I'm going to share my journey with the blender with you guys and we'll do different recipes. So we're going to start off with, so this is the Blendtec wild side jug. So they've created this fifth side, so it pushes the stuff back more in to the middle of the jug so it blends better. Also the thing with this is, one of the things that they kind of say about their machine is the blades are blunt, whereas the Vitamix, the blades are really sharp. There's only 2 blades. In the Vitamix there's 4. So this thing's got an LED screen on there, and I've got to learn all of these, but that one's a smoothie, that one's hot soup, that one I know is washing up. This is a variable which we'll have a play with. That one looks like dips, ice cream, and there's carrots on that one. I've got to learn what that one means. The only bad thing is I didn't get a little booklet with this, so you'll have to excuse me if I don't know much about it. I have been on a website a little bit and done some learning, but I'm going to have to go and check out what I know. You know, a lot of these I'm not going to use because really all I do is nut milk, smoothies. I get into the soup one later on a little bit, we'll understand that. Okay, so I'm going to stick the jug on. I've got 1 cup, just to make a small amount of almond milk. I've got 1 cup of almonds. Now I'm going to put 3 cups of water on top of that. So we're going to take this up, when I can see the measurement on the jug, I'm going to take that up to 4 cups. So that should be more or less that whole jar of water. So in America, 32 ounces. So get the lid. Let's put the lid on. I'm going to use, on this one, I'm going to use the smoothie mix. So we can, same thing I reckon. So I have my hand over the mic just to muffle the sound, so I hope that did a little bit. So that's a minute, and that's a smoothie mix. So the great thing about this machine is as well, when it blends, it sucks in, it doesn't push out. So you don't have to worry too much about, like on the Vitamix, if you don't have a lid on it, it ends up on the ceiling. So with this one, it actually sucks in. So that is a 1 minute cycle for a smoothie, which to me actually seems like quite a long time, because in the Vitamix, I wouldn't have to do it for a minute. I do it for 30 or 40 seconds. But that's something I shall get used to and experiment with. I just need to rinse this bucket around. I'll just rinse that bucket around and just add the almonds soaking in there. So there we go. What we've got is this is a really old nut milk bag that we've got. We make these ourselves. And this one's actually, I think this one's nearly worn out. So lid off the blender. That's quite a long time, a minute in the blender, so I think that's, I'll see what the pulp's like when we get it out. You know, people want to know which is the best between the Vitamix and which is the best between the Blendtec. And there's clearly hardcore lovers for both, you know, Blendtec, disc, Vitamix, disc, Blendtec. And do you know what? I think it's like being a carpenter and we get to a certain level of power tools and everyone says which is the best. Well, it's like, I don't know. Some of my mates love one type of power tool and I love another type of power tool. And I think when you get to any quality product, I think it becomes very personal. You know, do you want this electronic push button thing, which for me, it's going to take me a little while to get my head around because I'm used to the Vitamix with its dials. You know, you flick a button to turn it on, you press the dial round, and then you've got the turbo button, which flicks it on again. So it really depends on that level if you want manual or if you want electronic. The great thing, like I said, with this is you press the button and you can walk off. You can, I don't know, go and do whatever you need to do. Make your salad for your lunch. If you're going to work, you can whack your smoothie on. Takes a minute. Go off, start prepping your lunch. Go to the toilet, whatever you need to do, and it'll do itself. So that's one thing I love about this. Whereas the Vitamix, you've got to be with it, and you can't, you know, you can't go off. So that's one good thing. The pulp in this, even though it's in my bag, it does feel extremely smooth. So I think that's actually, so you can see in my nut milk bag what I'm doing is I'm actually milking it. What you got to be careful of with nut milk bags, it's not just to put it all into a corner and push it out the corner because you'll burst the seams in your nut milk bag. I burst quite a lot when I first started. You just got to milk it, and you actually got to use your hands and milk it into your hands. So that's that done. So almonds, these almonds, soak them for 24 hours. So first of all, put them to soak when you go to bed. That's the best thing that we like to do. And then in the morning when you wake up, rinse them. Then if you're at home in the daytime, it's great then to rinse them again at lunchtime, rinse them again in the evening before you go to bed, and then again in the morning, and they're ready to use. So 24 hours is ideal. 12 hours is fine. 12 hours is absolutely good enough. And then, this is the magic, out of those brown nuts, which are almonds, you put it through there, you pour it into this jar, and you've got amazing almond milk. Now for me, silly as this sounds, nut and seed milks was the hardest thing for me to learn. I just couldn't get my head around it. And basically, it's just so simple. It was so simple, I couldn't understand it. How you could just do that, what I've shown you today. There you go. You've got in England a litre, 32 ounces in America of amazing fresh almond milk. Stick it in the fridge, it'll last for 3 days. It's amazing stuff, alkalising, very nutritious. Thanks very much guys for watching, peace be with you all.